takes a one-time shot, and it's 2-2. Lays it off for Sullivan.
If you're looking to play at the next level, MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Michigan Soccer Network, man! DCFC! Woo! The sights, the sounds of historic Keyworth Stadium. There's nothing quite like it. Each week, Jonathan Turner and Neil Rule will break down the most recent Detroit City FC USL Championship match, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings, looking ahead to their upcoming match, and much more. Watch the Detroit City FC recap show each week on the Michigan Soccer Network. Let's go City on the Michigan Soccer Network.
You are watching the Michigan Soccer Network.
Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
Voice of Michigan Student Athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Towards goal. Now Fisher recollects. This one in now. Boy, stop! This is speed. He's got Dawson inside. Puts it back post. Now there's Ald up and in. It's still loose inside the box. Now we're reared in. Up and in. Collect down by the inlet. Slot does a cross. Oh, right to Clemenson. Clemenson left foot. Oh, what a foot save. Shot by Mimi. Saved by Alvarado. Another loose ball and in. Ortega gets a head on it. Ball just kind of settles down. And now look at this. Pearson will fire one and a great save. Boystow puts one right on and in. Upper 90 from Jonah Boystow. Fantastic ball for Al Rashid. In. Al Rashid. He'll put it inside the box and in. Claybeer from Henry. It's 4-3. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Atwood Stadium. It's Friday. It's USL League 2 playoffs. It is Fort Wayne taking on Midwest United here from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrad. And Dan, this first matchup of two is a big one as Midwest United, who came in second place in the Great Lakes, looking to take on the number one finisher in the Valley.
Yeah, these two teams are led by outstanding goalkeepers. You know, you look at the 8 teams in the Central Conference playoff, because there's 2 games here today, 2 games out in Peoria, Illinois at Shea Stadium. There's some outstanding goalkeepers in this conference. So we'll know here after the weekend who will be the 2 conference finalists, but you will look for outstanding goalkeeping from each team playing here today.
That's right. It's the round of 32. There are 32 teams getting their playoff hopes underway here tonight. Dan, again, this first matchup, Midwest United coming in 8-2-2 on the season. They were 20 goals for, 10 goals against. You look at the other side, Midwest United. We'll put them up on the screen here. Their away side. You look here. They're coached by Luke Ruff. They are 10-3-1, 28 goals for, 13 goals against for plus 15. And 7 shutouts along the way. They finished second behind Flint City in the Great Lakes.
Midwest is a great turnaround job. When they finally got into the league 2 years ago, they finished 2-11-1. They were in 6th place in the Great Lakes division. Last year they climbed up in the 5th, but they were much improved at 4-5-3. This year has been their best season by far. They've shattered program record after program record. They started the year at 7-0-1 and were able to maintain in that top 2 the whole entire season, so they enter second place in Great Lakes Division, but Luke Ruff has done a great job building up this program in just 3 short years.
That they have. We'll take a look now at the home side here today from Fort Wayne, Indiana, in Fort Wayne FC. They finished first in the Valley. We talked about that. Cleveland Forest will be playing. Flint City finished second in their Valley match. 8-2-2 on the year, 20 goals for, 10 goals against, plus 10, 5 shutouts along the way. They're coached by Mike Avery.
Yeah, Avery has done a good job as well. This is their 4th year in the league. They did not come close to the playoffs in 2021. 2022, they missed the playoffs by a point, but last year and this year, they were the undisputed Valley Division champions. So they've come in there 8-2-2 in league play, 12-2-2 overall. So they won 4 non-conference games over the course of the last 2.5 months. This is a team that, again, has great goalkeeping, solid defense. They haven't given up many goals. They don't concede a lot of chances throughout the course of any match this season. So we're looking for possibly a defensive, battle here today in Game 1 at Atwood Stadium.
That we will be. And again, this is a win or go home. You have to win. You have to in order to move on, right? So a lot on the line here tonight. We're going to head to break. We come back here. We'll talk about the bracket. We'll look at the bracket as a whole. We'll talk about the starting 11s and get ready here. Just about 6 minutes to go here until we get things underway from Atwood Stadium. Don't go anywhere. The USL League 2 playoffs coming up next. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
And welcome back here into Atwood Stadium. Seeing the clock there off in the distance, just about 3 minutes or so until we get things underway here from Flint, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. And Dan, let's take a look here at the bracket, USL League 2. Again, 32 teams start their path here today. We're down there in the central on the far left of your screen. This graphic created by USL League 2. And you're looking to move on here. There are two different locations here tonight that are taking place for the Central. You've got the Des Moines out in Peoria, I believe, and then you've got this one here in Flint, 4 teams in each group. And you're going to basically, what you want to do is you want to get yourself out of this group and get into the finals next Friday, and then for a chance to play in for a national semifinal on Sunday.
Yeah, 128 teams, which is a record for the USL League 2. Began the dreams of making the postseason. 35 teams qualified. There were 3 play-in games earlier this week. We're now in the round of 32. 8 teams have had special seasons here in the Central Conference. We'll know who the conference finalists here come late Sunday night. But expecting some great matchups here today. And you look at the 4 teams that are playing at the Atwood site. There are no players on any of the rosters who finished with double digits in goals.
No, not one.
The offenses are very spread out. Each of these 4 teams have lost a couple players. They had to report back to various NCAA Division I colleges, which begins, their preseason on August 5th. Michigan, Michigan State, some others have called their players back, but all these teams also have very deep rosters. They'll carry 30, 35, 40 players over the course of 2.5 months, rotating players in and out when they're available to try to get to this spot. And these 4 teams have done so here since the beginning of May through mid-July.
So we'll get that bracket off the screen now as the referees will make their way onto the pitch. We're going to pass this off to the public address announcer here at Atwood Stadium to take things underway here through the national anthem.
Hello and welcome to Atwood Stadium at Kettering University for tonight's USL League 2 Central Conference quarterfinal playoff match between Fort Wayne FC and Midwest United FC. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First for Midwest United, number 4, Ben Adamson. Number 5, Jonathan Stout. Number 6, Brad Dunwell. Number 8, Giuseppe Baroni. Number 14, Tyrese DeBruin. Number 16, Connor Burkett. Number 18, Ezra White. Number 24, Johnny Money. Number 27, Jasunafemi Oju Taleo. Number 30, Vitali Takawiri. And starting in goal, number 1, Jonathan Cleaver. Midwest United is coached by Luke Ruff. And now the starting lineup for Fort Wayne FC. Number 3, Tiago Diaz. Number 5, Joshua Erlinson. Number 7, Alexander Mihov. Number 10, Alberto Anaya. Number 11, Rude Fiubrin. Number 12, Aaron Sanchez. Number 13, Rodrigo De Castro. Number 14, Gaku Nishimura. Number 16, Shotaro Kino. Number 28, Ethan Giwa McNeil. And starting in goal, number 1, Ari Briscoe. Fort Wayne is coached by Mike Avery. Your officials for this evening's match. Head referee, Mark Lorkowski. Assistant referee, Caitlin Gerbach and Aaron Shear. And your fourth official, Evan Barnett. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand and remove your caps as we honor America and those defending our country with the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Latina Martin from the Flint Institute of Music. Oh, sing, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Another beautiful rendition there from Latina Martin, the Flint Institute of Music. And we are moments away, Dan, from game number 1 here from Atwood Stadium. And excited to have you along for the ride wherever you're watching near and far. As you can see, we currently have a poll on YouTube right now. There have been 38 total votes. Midwest United getting 58% of your vote. Fort Wayne is getting 42%. Get your comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, where you're watching. We'll bring you in as much as we possibly can here tonight, Dan, and get your predictions in and who you think is going to win this game. Let's start and talk about here the starting 11s. In goal here tonight, Jonathan Clyer from Missouri State University. This is his 12th game of the season. Benjamin Adamson, Bradley Dunwell, Giuseppe Barone, Tyrese DeBruin, Connor Burkett, Ezra White, Jonathan Money. But by the way, I love that name, by the way, Dan. We talk about that a lot. Vitalis Takawira. You've also got Jonathan Stout, who we thought maybe wasn't going to make it into this one today, but he is going to make it into this one. And Jessifamu Ojutalu will be on the pitch today as well. The leading goal scorer for Midwest United sits with 6 goals. Aaron Saljamani. He is not in the 11 here tonight. I don't know if he's even made it to the actual... because Western did get called back, so I don't think he's even in the 18.
Johnny actually had an injury at mid-June, and they've been resting him. As of Wednesday, Coach Ruff wasn't certain if he would be eligible to play in terms health-wise this weekend, so he's on the active roster, but he will not be in the starting lineup here tonight.
And we'll take a look now here at the home side in Fort Wayne, wearing their blue kits here today. Let's take a look there. As in goal is Ari Briscoe, Diego Diaz, Joshua Erlandson, Boybin Schneider, Aaron Sanchez, Rodrigo de Castro, Gaku Nishimura, Shotaro Kino. You've got Ethan Giwa McNeil, along with Alexander Mihoff and Alberto Anya are all in the 11 here tonight. Leading goal scorer here. There's actually not, I would say, leading goals. There's 3 players that have 3 goals on this team. Giwa and McNeil, along with Brandon Birmingham, as well as Tiago Diaz, all have 3 goals here this season for Wayne. As we're moments about ready to get away here, Dan. And here we go from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan, as Fort Wayne welcoming in Midwest United round 1 of the USL League 2 playoffs. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. Excited to have you along here tonight, wherever you're watching near and far. As Fort Wayne is in their blue kits. They're going right to left on your screen. Midwest United in their gray and black kits. They are going left to right. Playing around this back line and settle back down. That's Joshua Erlandson from Bowling Green State University. This is his 10th game of the season. Clips 475 minutes so far this year as this ball makes its way down towards the 18 and cleared away up and out.
And this is Midwest United's first ever appearance in the USL League 2 postseason. Second for Fort Wayne. They qualified out of the Valley Division last year. They got into the round of 32, lost to the Flint City Bucks in double overtime. So in this match, there will be a first-time postseason winner here in game number 1 at Atwood.
That's Diaz, has played around this back line. Back to Erlandson. Dane Leitch is watching from Fort Wayne at work, though. He's at work. Don't get yourself in trouble there, Dane. Diaz dribbling through two Midwest United defenders. It's Briscoe towards his near side, finding Sanchez. Settles it down. We'll play it back. So on Midwest United, not a lot of stats to show for either team. We talk about really balanced attack for all the teams here tonight. There's not a real standout attacker that just scored a ton of goals. As you see, Sanchez is down. He got a little shove there in the back. Benjamin Adamson is 19th in USL League 2 in minutes this season. He's played 14 games, started in 14, 1,206 minutes in those 14 games. So a free kick coming up here for Fort Wayne. Standing over this one is Nishimura, along with Anaya. Center referee is Mark Lurkowski. Seen him a bunch this season, both in USL League 2 along with Midwest Premier League and UPSL. So he's making the rounds. This one played in, that is deflected up and over. Maybe it was a flick off that near post. I believe that was Diaz.
So Jonathan Queer, the goalkeeper for Midwest United, who stands just a hair under 6'5". Incredible rise to where he was. Out of high school, even though he had played for a Division II state championship team at Grand Rapids Forest Hills Northern, wasn't highly recruited. He walked on at University of Detroit Mercy in the Horizon League, was redshirted, and then his debut campaign with the Titans, he was not only on the all-rookie team in the Horizon League, but he was voted goalkeeper of the year in the Horizon League. And then his second season UDM, he was second team all-league, but he put up some great numbers. Opted to transfer out of Detroit Mercy after Nick Darren was fired as the head coaching job. And
look at this. Is all played up, and getting there first was Briscoe. Go ahead, Dan.
as he ended up at Missouri State, and he's been very good here for Midwest United this season.
Schneider, ball won back by Midwest.
Midwest has only allowed 13 goals in 14 conference games, so 0.93 goals against average as a team. Clouders played about 12 games so far this season. His counterpart, Ari Briscoe from Fort Wayne, starts the Big Ten Conference over at Rutgers University. Last year he was a regular season USL League II Golden Glove winner.
Kawira goes down, but the flag did go up for offside.
So Briscoe has excelled here in the USL League II and in the Big Ten Conference, so look forward to him after he graduates, if he opts to climb up the professional ranks here.
Shifted to this near side. Sanchez. Schneider. De Castro. Erlandson. Sanchez. Up this near side. Schneider. Looks to go through two defenders. Schneider into the 18. He'll go down. Referee will shake that one off. Fort Wayne wanted the call. They're not going to get it.
Schneider got the ball in the box. A little dancing move. It almost looked like he dragged his foot trying to cut back inside. Fell down on the turf. The referee did not blow his whistle.
So far, most of the possession here in favor of Fort Wayne. Obviously, just 6 minutes into this game.
Fort Wayne has just one shot, which was well over the goal.
Good work, Schneider. Defensively, though, held up strong. Cleared right back up here towards midfield, and Diaz. You've got not some confusion, but Fort Wayne not happy with the call there on that one. Is now a free kick here for Midwest United.
Kaku, Mr. Sherman pleaded his case with the referee. Essentially falls on deaf ears. Once the referee makes the call, there's no going back.
Settled down by Barone. White out wide. Ball put back in toward Kawira. Headed out just outside the 18. That's poked away. He makes his way to Briscoe. That was Stout involved in that action on that far side.
Midwest United without the services of Joshua Clementson here tonight. The Aquinas College defender picked up his 6th yellow card of the season back on July 1st. That was the regular season finale for Midwest United, so he has to sit out today's game. If Midwest United were to advance to Sunday night's contest, he'll be back in uniform. So Midwest missing one of their top defenders here tonight in the round of 32.
Question coming in from Dan is whether or not Mihoff is in the 11. He is. Mihoff got the start here today. 11 games this season, started in 9 of them. Actually, Mihoff on that far side. Just 10 minutes into this one, 0-0. From Outwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan, Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. I'm going to say high kick.
So 11 minutes of action, still at a 0-0 stalemate. West United has the one shot well over the crossbar. Off a header.
Tyrese DeBruin from Saginaw Valley State will throw this one in on the far side. Good ball slotted through, and then down goes McNeil. He'll get right back up. If McNeil is selling anything, the referee's not buying it today.
That's the third time already tonight here in 11 minutes that Fort Wayne's had a player go down to the turf. The referee waved play on. The winner of this game will advance to Sunday night's Central Conference semifinal. That will be at 5 o'clock here at Atwood Stadium, just northwest of downtown Flint. Game 2, which will be at 7:30 tonight, will be Flint City Bucks, the Great Lakes Division champion 2 years in a row. And they'll take on Valley Division runner-up Cleveland Force.
Took the words right out of my mouth there, Dan. So a free kick coming up here for Fort Wayne. Nishimura was standing over that one originally. He'll slide away. This ball comes in. That's headed away. Ooh, look at the volley. Going just wide of goal. Good shot there from Shai Schneider.
They tapped into everything across the USL, including the latest highlights, scores, news, and exclusive chances to win. Download the official USL app now on Apple and Google Play stores.
Ball now played back to Briscoe. Looked at one time. No, he'll hang on to it. Cleared up towards midfield. Settled down by Anya. Now McNeil will play it back. Oh, good touch. Cut back by Naya again, and now circle back here from DeCastro back to Diaz. I know Randomossi keeps wishing for the draw as Tekawairo will take a spill. That was a foul there on Rodrigo DeCastro from Bethel University. I was going to say, Randomossi, I know you want the draw, but it's a knockout round, so no draw. You can't draw today. There'll be no draws. I mean, the game could technically end in a draw, but we would end it in penalties, and nobody wants that, Dan. Nobody.
Yeah, when you get into penalties on a hot day on turf field, you play double overtime, gets into a shootout, anything can happen. I've seen teams, get completely dominated throughout regulation and overtime, but they, able to score a goal, go into overtime 1-1.
Oh, now look at that. McNeil come up with it. He'll take a shot, and that's going to go well wide.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC.
Well, Shootout is on the ground right now. Slow to get up.
For engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus here live matches.
Still down.
MLS, English Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM. Channel
Dan, we talked about this here, me and you off the air before this game, but the last game that Midwest United had was almost 2.5 weeks ago. They had a heavy front-loaded season where they jumped out, and I think they had a 5-game lead just in games played before anybody else did.
They started 7-0-1, and they were well ahead in terms of games played. And then the other 7 teams gradually caught up. Midwest United needed Michiana, which finished 8th in the Great Lakes Division, to beat the Flint City Bucks last Saturday here at Atwood, and that did not happen as the Flint City Bucks turned a 2-0 advantage at halftime into a 10-0 rout. Attempted 38 shots in that game. They were just all over Michiana, which only brought 13 players, never made a sub, and kind of the floodgates opened in the second half. So Flint City Bucks had lost their previous game to Union SC Macomb 3-1, even though they controlled a lot of the play in that match.
Well, that's a good-looking ball in from Barone. Settled down. Played back to Barone. He'll play it back to White, and White tried to force that one through. But, Dan, their last game was back on July 1st. So you're talking 18 days ago. So 2.5 weeks. We're in the money. That's a long time without game tested right now. And I'm not saying that, first off, they should be well rested. There should be no doubt about that. But is that going to be a negative or a positive here tonight as down goes Midwest United player, and you're going to see a yellow card here being issued to DeCastro. It was Dunwell that went down. That's the first yellow card of the match.
So yeah, Midwest United, they the week of the 4th of July, they took that whole week off. The players and coaches dispersed, went on various vacations. They came back last week, did some training. Did have an inter-squad scrimmage with a bunch of the MLS Next players that are in high school just to get some touches on the ball, but they have not played a conference or non-conference game in 18 days.
So Barone will put this one back in here for Midwest United. Ball played towards that far back post, and a hitch kick put back in the mix, and Briscoe comes up with it. I mean, talk about making something out of nothing. I mean, that ball from Barone was way out there, and somehow with a half volley hitch kick looking action that makes it into the 6. So a good effort. So now McNeil pushes this out wide. It's Mehoff. Looks to put this one across towards top of the 18, and one back by Midwest. Takawira. Played inside to Barone. Jutalou. Now Barone. Dan Leach says Ethan or Root are going to connect one of these soon. All pressure from Fort Wayne right now, and I do agree about the pressure aspect. I can't comment on whether or not we know who's going to score goals and whatnot. I'll tell you this right now, Dan, if I knew who could score goals, I would not be doing this right now. I would buy that almanac like in Back to the Future. Ball up this near side, slots it back post, and Briscoe watched that one go across the face of goal and then cleared away defensively by Fort Wayne, out for a throw-in.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous if Midwest United had a player about 5 yards further upfield. Fort Wayne was able to clear that ball and get it out of harm's way. So we're still 0-0 in the 20th minute.
I believe that was Keno that cleared that one away for Fort Wayne. And yeah, but back to that, I mean, yeah, if I could call and predict who would score goals, like I said, I'd probably be like Biff. I'd own my own hotel and or casino. Combination play from Tekawaira and Money. But a throw in now on that far side, 21st minute.
Midwest has picked up a little bit of possession here in the last couple minutes.
Back into Money. Money will fire one with his left foot. That one will go out.
So Fort Wayne has a 3-1 shots advantage after that shot by Midwest United, but no shots on frame for either side, as neither goalkeepers had to make a save.
I would say his intended target was Burkett, but that looked like a shot. Burkett now again on the ball here for Midwest. You're seeing them, the game opening up a little bit more now for Midwest is Tekawaira. Look to fire with the left foot, ball deflects back to Money, and now they're going to say hit off the hand.
Just unlucky, left-footed strike, the flex off a defender, comes back, hits Midwest player on the arm, and referee calls handball.
I would expect a very, very nice crowd here for the 7:30 kickoff here for Flint City versus Cleveland Force. We were promised fireworks, Dan, at the end. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick around for the fireworks or not, but we were promised fireworks, Dan.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of fireworks on the field. The defenses and goalkeepers are very strong, all four of these teams.
It's a good switch from Tekawaira. Ball in towards Dunwell and cleared up towards midfield.
And I had the pleasure of speaking on the phone yesterday, conducting an interview with Midwest United goalkeeper Jonathan Kluwer. Plays at Missouri State, high school graduate of Grand Rapids, Forest Hills. Northern's had a great career thus far. I also had a chance to speak to Flint City Bucks versatile player Malik Henry. If he isn't the fastest player in the USL League Two, he's one of the fastest. He plays at the University of Akron.
Foul right there, and now a yellow card being issued. So White gets the yellow card, number 18. So the referee was right there. He had quick to get that yellow card out.
23rd minute, and both teams now have one caution.
Here.
Yes, but back to Malik Henry and Jonathan Kluwer. Player profiles up on the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. So we continue to look at some of the better players of all levels of soccer across the Great Lakes state who have excelled here in recent years.
So no scoring yet, really no shots in this one. But 2 yellow cards, 1 for each side so far, so they are tied in one category. Diaz. Ball makes his way to Sanchez. This will be a shot that won't go anywhere.
Yeah, Fort Wayne has a 4-2 shots edge, but again, as I said about 3 or 4 minutes ago, still not a single shot on frame from either side as we just crossed into the 25th minute. Game number 1 of this 2-game set at Atwood Stadium, just northwest of downtown Flint, Michigan. Fort Wayne FC versus Midwest United SC. That is the voice of all voices, Jonathan Turner. Dan Stickrad, co-host for today, and we are the Michigan Soccer Network. All things soccer across the beautiful state of Michigan.
The save by Briscoe. That was earmarked to go out for a corner, so good work by Briscoe. Don't want to give out free corners in a playoff game. Ooh, ball looking for McNeil. That was, you might see a yellow card there as Ishimura was not happy with Bilarkowski, was telling him just relax a little bit. Hey, it's simple foul.
Fourth foul of the afternoon against Fort Wayne. Midwest United has 5 fouls against.
This ball is played in to the 18. Burkett, good turn. Down by the end line, looks to put this way back post.
Connor Burkett, who took that cross, hails from Matawan, Michigan, near Kalamazoo.
Another ball put in towards the 18, and done well. Back into Burkett. A little overlapping run, but Burkett's still on the ball. Now he'll find Dunwell again. He'll put this one into the box. This one actually hits off Burkett now for a goal kick.
You know, Burkett plays at Western Michigan University. There'll be plenty of playing time with the Broncos as 14 players departed, most via graduation. So Burkett is one of those players that have been kind of waiting in the wings the last couple of years, but very accomplished player growing up, played for a national championship team on the club circuit with the Kalamazoo Kingdom and helped Matawan reach the 2021 Division I Final Four on the high school circuit. So,
oh, McNeil goes down hard, and Ojululu was credited with the foul. I'm not sure I quite understand this question. Can we move the goals about 3 feet up screen? I'm not quite sure if I understand that question. The Riverettes will be hustling our ass there, that's what they said. Money was looking for take a wire on that far side, and Shimura played it back. Now Mehoff, one back. Now White to Dunwell. He'll play it back.
Fort Wayne made the track last night into Flint. Midwest United left this morning, as it's only about a 90-minute drive for Midwest United to go from Kentwood, Michigan, just outside.
Oh, look at that
Grand Rapids.
fantastic ball and great work by Diaz as it made its way towards Briscoe.
Second time a Fort Wayne defender blocked a shot. So we now cross into the 29th minute.
Ball popped up in the air right past midfield, but a free kick here given to Midwest United.
For those that are heading north to watch the rest of this game or for game 2, I came up M53 on the east side and cut across I-69. 53 is an absolute parking lot. It's actually closed down a couple different areas, rerouting across some 2-lane country roads, dirt roads. Just get up I-69, and then I-75, I'm told, is not much better with the construction between Clarkston and Grand Blanc here south of Flint. You throw in traffic that not only rush hour, people heading up to northern Michigan for the weekend. Alternative routes, I guess I'm saying, if you're heading north to catch any of these two matchups here tonight at Atwood.
A little back heel from White, and one back by Diaz, now to Mehoff. You'll see a foul called. Tevin Davis is watching all the way from South Africa. Let's go Midwest United.
It's a perfect day out here. Not too hot, not too cold. The humidity's down. Temps are just in the 70s. We've had some brutally hot, humid days here covering various USL League 2 games this summer.
Schneider. DeCastro plays inside. Back to DeCastro. Now to Sanchez. Good switch, settled down by Mihoff. Good cut back. Ball on left foot, played inside towards McNeil. Hits off Midwest United. So now Money will play it to Whites, and he'll look to go attack a wire run and give it right back to Fort Wayne. Oh, that's a win. Now a takedown, and McNeil went down, and now a yellow card being issued again. This one probably for talking. The one thing you want to do in these moments in playoff competition is you want to keep your composure, because the last thing you want to do is find yourself down a player when it counts the most. But that yellow card being issued to Josamamu Ojutulu.
The yellow card has been issued to Midwest number 27.
Hector McNeil says, proud dad watching McNeil from Fort Wayne. Come on, boys. So a dangerous free kick coming up here for Fort Wayne. Anaya will take this. Standing over it also is Nishimura. Looks like Anaya will stand over it for sure, though. A four-man wall for Midwest United.
This looks about 28 yards out in front of goal.
Anaya, it's a great-looking shot that goes just to the left of that near post. Kluwer had it covered. So you watch that one just go past that near post.
Just like all shots in this match so far, that goal was wide of the net, as Fort Wayne now has a 5-3 shots advantage, but no shots on frame for either team, no corner kicks from either side. You have two very good goalkeepers in this game, Jonathan. Team goals against average for both sides are under 1 goal a game. You got to put shots on frame and test these goalkeepers. Neither team has been able to do that thus far. So now in the 33rd minute, the 0-0 stalemate between Fort Wayne SC and Midwest United SC.
See a player taking a spill, and Aya took a spill. No foul call. Now ball goes out on that far side. I mean, nothing at this point, Dan, seems egregious either way. I think, you know, you're seeing, actually they did call a foul there. I think both teams are playing pretty fair. I think it's the composure after the call, whether it goes in your favor or not right now, is the biggest concern in this one.
Yeah, players on both teams have been arguing calls. It's just led to a yellow just a few minutes ago. Yeah, obviously dissent. The referees setting the tone. They're not going to put up with players arguing a call.
Now White looking to play here to Takawira. It's a heavy first touch from him, and ball somehow makes its way into the 18. Up goes Briscoe. Good run by Adamson. Takawira settles it down. He's got 4 defenders around him, finding Money. Money looking for Tagovailoa. What a save by Briscoe. Tagovailoa somehow found a way through that space. Money with a great ball. And this one, big save by Briscoe. Do we have a replay of that or no?
Briscoe coming up the first save of the night for either goalkeeper. We're now in the 35th minute, just seconds away from crossing into the 36th minute.
Take a look at this here again. Look at this there. That's a beautiful save. I mean, talk about threading the needle. Offensively there for Tagovailoa just to get through that traffic.
Great individual effort. Tagovailoa. Ari Briscoe, the Rutgers University product, with the first save of the afternoon.
All cleared up, but one back by Fort Wayne. Ishimura. DeCastro into Sanchez. Schneider. So the travel time from Fort Wayne, Indiana, approximately 186 miles, right up I-69, 2 hour and 41-minute drive. McNeil.
They left Fort Wayne around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Spent the night here in the Flint area. Had a chance to talk to Fort Wayne coach Mike Avery on the phone yesterday from about 2:45 to 3:15. We chatted about their road to get here, their 4 short seasons in the USL League 2, and the plans for the club in the future. We're talking about building a Soccer Pacific Stadium. Also looking to potentially add a USL championship team to the Fort Wayne area here in the next 3 to 4 years.
Look at that first corner here of the game for either side, coming here in the 37th minute. Dan, you know, when you Google what is Fort Wayne known for, a couple of things come up. But they're known for their history of manufacturing and higher education. Obviously known for their educational institutions such as Purdue Fort Wayne, which is part of the Horizon League. You've also got Concordia Theological Seminary and Indiana Institute of Technology, Indiana University, Purdue Fort Wayne. This ball comes in off the corner.
If you go northeast of town, out there in the plains of northern Indiana, you also see a sea of really miles and miles of windmills.
You mean to say windmills? You're talking like the
tall white windmills.
Yeah.
You see a lot of those up in the Thumb area of Michigan as well. That area of Indiana is all agriculture, farm fields, very flat, very wide open. So literally hundreds and hundreds of those windmills over 30, 40 mile stretch there northeast of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Money goes out for it, but ball makes his way to Briscoe. He'll throw it out immediately out to Mehoff on that far side. Anaya. Shimura. Settle back down now. DeCastro. Schneider. According to Dan Leach, Fort Wayne is the 5 fastest growing urban areas in the Midwest. Ball last touched off Midwest off for a throw-in. Down goes, I think that's Mehoff inside the 18. So now we've got 2 players colliding. You got a A lot of excitement as McNeil, as Burkett is still down.
Looked like Burkett got the worst of that collision there in the northeast corner of the pitch. Still down on the ground.
So when you start talking about what Fort Wayne's known for, you get in the comments a lot of comments, and we've got Sweetwater Music, largest supplier of music equipment is based there. Home of the only professional ballet company in Indiana is also located in Fort Wayne. Was the yellow card just issued? My guess is maybe.
I couldn't tell.
Yes, it was. Yes,
Okay.
is.
He just
Schneider got the yellow card.
Yellow card issued in the 40th minute to Fort Wayne, number 11, Drew.
So here we are in the 41st, and the yellow card was issued.
Weberman Ruth Schneider with the yellow card. Both teams now have 2 yellow cards as we're now in the 41st minute of action here at Atwood Stadium. Game, one of the 2 games set here on a Friday afternoon and evening at Atwood Stadium.
Ooh, you got a heavy collision. Judaloo is the one that's currently down. He hit the ground very hard. McNeil just got a yellow card.
So I spoke too soon. Now 3 yellow cards. Fort Wayne. As the game starting a little chippy. The 2 sides have now combined for 5 yellow cards and 16 total fouls. So 10 against Midwest United, 6 against Fort Wayne. So they're racking up the stats in the wrong categories. We're still at a 0-0 stalemate. And Jonathan, strange game. Just 1-0 in corners in favor of Midwest United. Fort Wayne has that 5-4 shots advantage, but Midwest United has the only shot on frame. And Ari Briscoe, the goalkeeper from Fort Wayne, has the only save of the match.
Yeah, very strange to say the least. Again, I think that's, most of these teams are used to playing, Dan, at night, right? We talk about that a lot when I was coaching high school. We'd play most of our games at 7 o'clock at night during the high school season. You might have that mid-afternoon, Saturday afternoon game. And, these players are used to playing at a certain time. You're talking about playing, you're traveling up here. You're playing at 4 o'clock. I mean, there's not a lot of fans here because obviously they're, who's going to be able to travel at 4 o'clock on a Friday up to Michigan. So that's always going to be tough. So all those variables can play a factor in kind of how the pace of the game or a number of those things.
You're right. You look at the USL League 2 schedule, especially from these 2 conference divisions, Great Lakes and the Valley. Most of these games are at 6, 7, or 7:30 start times. And it's, 4 o'clock on a Friday, and it's not that warm today, but traditionally in mid-July, you would see temperatures in the 80s and 90s with humidity at this time. So, slight adjustment for the players.
Well, one back by Midwest. Now Burkett. He'll look to put this into the box. Cleared away by Fort Wayne. Now in transition, here comes Fort Wayne. That's McNeil. He's got 2 defenders. McNeil will try to fire one that deflects up and into the stands, and out for the first corner now for Fort Wayne.
Corner kick, Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne set to take that first corner as we're now in the 44th minute.
Nishimura will stand over this one. He's played 8 games. This is his 9th game of the season. 7 starts prior to this one. 8 starts in the total now. 622 minutes on the season for Fort Wayne. This ball put in. Up goes Kluwer. He'll make the grab.
Kluwer comes off this line to snare that cross. Again, he's just a hair under 6'5".
So he's 6'4" and 11 inches? Or?
He said officially 6'4.5", but he's like, I'm closer to 6'5". So, well, either or. He's still a tall, sturdy goalkeeper. You're not going to, keepers like that, you're not going to beat him up high. He came off his line, easily snared that corner kick.
Gentlemen, the referee has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time.
So 4 minutes of stoppage time has been announced.
I think that's a direct relation to 16 fouls and 5 yellow cards here in the first half.
Oh, Takawiro will pull one just wide. He turned and fired one towards the far post, just past the diving Briscoe.
Vitalis Takawiro, the Davenport University product, just wide of the net. He did cause Ari Briscoe, the Fort Wayne goalkeeper, to dive to his left. Ball just outside of the goalposts. We're now into stoppage time officially. The referee just said moments ago there will be 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're still all zeros up on the scoreboard.
First time stopping by, hit that subscribe button, like us, and share us with your friends and family. So far, 99 votes have come in here so far in this one. Fort Wayne getting 54% of your vote. Midwest United getting 46%. So Barone will put this one back in here for Midwest United. Not a bad ball. Goes past everybody. Played back. This one will be shot in towards middle of the box and then cleared away. Takawira. Just had a shot a few moments ago, went just wide. Played up towards top of the 18. We look to get a little give and go with Money. Money will turn, still has the ball, pushes it out wide. That's White. He'll look to put it inside towards Barone, and that's cleared away.
You can see the defensive shape, Fort Wayne, they always have 1 or 2 players high pressuring the ball.
Oh, now Barone will put one up. Again, Money. Money's been very much involved inside the 18. We saw him in that connecting pass into Takawira here back about 8 minutes ago. That led to a save by Briscoe. And then just there again, we saw Barone just unable to get over it. So went up into the stands. It's a good win. We've seen a turning the tides, so to speak, possession-wise, as Midwest United's been a lot more effective with the ball. Latter half of this first half. Officially in stoppage time is down. Goes Dunwell, and now a yellow card being issued to Anaya. That's the 4th yellow card of the game here. Dan, they don't have 4 shots, do they? They have eclipsed more yellow cards than shots, is that right?
They've had 6 shot attempts, so not a single shot on goal. So you would stand correct if you said they had more yellows than shots on frame.
Ball comes in. Takawiro will take a shot. Now Money has the ball at his feet. Top of the 18. He's now in the 18. Takawiro will put this one back post, and Briscoe will come up with it.
Just the second save of the game for Briscoe.
And that is the end of the first half. It's 0-0. Here, no one's winning anything right now except in the yellow card category right now. You've got 4 yellow cards in favor of Fort Wayne. But that is really the only stats to talk about here in this first half. We still got 45 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere. We're going to find out who's going to go on to take on Flint or Cleveland Force coming up after this. Now Morrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Michigan Soccer Network, man! DCFC!
The sights, the sounds of historic Keyworth Stadium. There's nothing quite like it. Each week, Jonathan Turner and Neil Rule will break down the most recent Detroit City FC USL Championship match, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings, looking ahead to their upcoming match, and much more. Watch the Detroit City FC recap show each week on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Let's go City on the Michigan Soccer Network.
You are watching the Michigan Soccer Network.
voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember,
and welcome back here into Atwood Stadium at the half. It's 0-0, or 0-0, as they say across the pond. But either way,
across the big pond.
Big pond, that's right. But it's 0-0 here at the half. With about 7 minutes to go. Not much happening in the first half. One corner apiece for either side. You had 4 yellow cards from Fort Wayne. I believe there was 2 for Midwest United. So now it's, maybe we should start calling it, there's like a red card tracker maybe, so we should start thinking about the screen, you know. But either way, don't go anywhere. About 6.5 minutes to go until we get the second half underway. You're watching USL League 2 playoffs right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
With a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Granite Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
And welcome back here into Atwood Stadium. 0-0 here at the half. Just about 3 minutes ago and took things back underway. We'll bring you back into our press box now for the first time here tonight. And, Dan, we look at this matchup. At least we thought about this matchup. We thought about what this could look like, who was going to win this game. And both teams, they're not a lot of separating features between these two teams.
No, neither team has a double-digit goal score. They both have very good goalkeepers. The team goals against average is well below a goal a game for either side. So not a lot of testing of the goalkeepers as well. West United has an 8-6 advantage on total shots, just 2-0 on frame. Ari Briscoe of Fort Wayne has 2 saves, but most of Midwest United's shot attempts came in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Neither team has really been able to test the goalkeeper with anything spectacular. So we come out of halftime here in just a couple of minutes, and both teams will see if they make any adjustments in the formation, if there are any substitutes, to generate some offense. We're all donuts up on the scoreboard at this point.
All donuts up on the scoreboard, as Dan says. That's a great way of putting it. Hey, if it's your first time stopping by, we talk about this, hit that subscribe button, like us, and share this with your friends and family. Some really exciting news. We've talked about this throughout much of the spring, about some new things coming our way, and I'm excited to talk about the fact that we're moving to Roku here starting in September, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but not just Michigan-based, nationwide. We'll be going national here starting in September, where we will be covering games all across the great country, both in person and remote, so we're really, really excited about that. So now is your chance to be a part of that. The nice thing about this, we don't charge you for any of it, so it's even better when it's free. So, but either way, a lot of really exciting and cool things coming your way here in the coming weeks and months, so make sure you stay tuned to all things Michigan Soccer Network as we start to launch our national program and national channel here in the coming weeks and months. So stay tuned for more about that. But hey, we're about a minute or so until we get things back underway. We're going to send it back out to the field now and get things ready to roll here, Dan, as zeros are on the scoreboard, but there are more stats that we talked about that first half. 4 yellow cards for Fort Wayne, 2 yellow cards for Midwest United. So I wouldn't say this game is chippy. I mean, there's been moments where it's been physical, but I wouldn't.
I think half those yellow cards that came on dissent where players were arguing after a hard tackle. So you do not want to pick up a second yellow card here in the second half and cause your team to be down a man.
No, you do not, as Fort Wayne has made their way out. Midwest United is already on the pitch right now as well. We have not been notified of any changes as of right now, but we'll keep you updated if any players have made the change. Right now, the poll, 124 votes have come in here so far. 52% of you say Fort Wayne's going to win this game. Midwest United say 48. Now, typically we have the it's a draw in there, but there'll be no drawing tonight. No drawing tonight is looking at the comments section. Garrett Craig, just about any soccer-specific stadium build is exciting. Hope it happens, and that's in regards to Dane Leach, who was talking about how Fort Wayne is talking about building a soccer-specific stadium in Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne coach Mike Avery talked about that on the phone yesterday as they were traveling north to Michigan. Big plans coming up for the overall club of Fort Wayne FC. So they hope to have a stadium built in that vicinity, as well as they're looking at a possible move up to USL Championship, just below MLS level. You know, we have Detroit City FC down in Hamtramck, Michigan, which is a USL Championship level side, which draws very well here in the state of Michigan. So we'll monitor Fort Wayne's growth and expansion here in the near future.
That we will, as Fort Wayne's made it out onto the field, as well as Midwest United has made it out on the field. They're going to say a last few words here before we get things going here for the second half. Midwest United will be in their gray and black kits going right to left on your screen for the second half. And Fort Wayne will be in their all blue kits going left to right. Again, Fort Wayne is coached by Mike Avery. Luke Ruff, the head coach of Midwest United. And here we go for the second half here. 0-0 from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. So the second half will decide who moves on to take on Flint City Bucks versus Cleveland Force here on Sunday at 5 p.m. in the Central Conference semifinals. A little move by Mehoff, and now Stout. Now Money into the 18. Money will put one left-footed back post, goes wide.
So 9th overall shot of the afternoon for Midwest United. Again, they only had 2 shots on frame in the first half and 6 attempts in the first half for Fort Wayne, but none on target.
So, Dan, last night, wife and I, Bianca, went out and had a date night. You know, it doesn't happen. I got no date nights at all in June with the 47 games that we did. But last night, went out on date night, had a chance to go to this farm-to-table restaurant called Sylvan Table in Sylvan Lake, Michigan. And everything there is either grown on their land or provided, brought in from a local farm within 20 miles of their location. So pretty cool. This ball at the top for McNeil. He'll track it down. That's heavy second touch, though, will do him in, as this one will go out. And the reason why I brought it up is talk about really kind of a cool concept where, you're sitting down at a restaurant, you're having good food, but it's all organic and sourced with either on property or within 20 miles. But then afterwards, my wife and I, we made our way to a movie last night. We watched Twister, the new Twister.
Yeah, it just came out this week.
It came out, I think literally came out yesterday. It's going to hit, I think, mainstream theaters today. But, it brings back memories of watching that movie with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton back in the 90s.
Yeah, I saw that movie in the theater back in 1996. Yeah, 28 years later, part 2 has finally come out. I've seen the trailer a few times. Was it very similar in terms of the plot, or is there a different twist to it all?
It's no funny. No fun. His ball is pushed out wide. It's Burkett. He'll try to cut back. Good work by Diaz. No, the plot is obviously very, very similar. You're talking about storm chasers. It was overall, it was pretty good movie. I was impressed with it. Ball put inside. That's done well. Back to Barone. Takawaira's dropped way back, now out on that far side. Back into Barone. Little back heel from Barone. Burkett. He'll look to fire one that goes up and over.
You talk about Connor Burkett, just took that shot over the crossbar. Very versatile player. He suits up for Chad Wiseman over at Western Michigan University, but throughout the course of this summer, he's played in an outside back position. He's played out wide in the midfield. He was more of a forward. He grew up in the youth system with the Kalamazoo Kingdom and at Mattawan High School. High All-State player during his prep days. He should work his way into a starting position here this fall for the Broncos, but very versatile. They move him all over the field.
So Barone will put this one back in for Midwest. It's played back to De Bruin. Ball put in into the 18, and ball played back towards Takawaira, up and over.
Perfect slot in the space, and Takawaira just shoves it over the crossbar yet again.
I mean, that was the best opportunity of the game. I mean, you're talking about having one-on-one with Briscoe, and you can't get it on frame, and that's
been kind of the par for the course of both teams. He's only 8 yards out, perfectly slotted pass, through at the box. He just misfires again over, so 3 shots already to start the second half for Midwest United. Again, none on frame. They had 2 on frame late in the first half. Fort Wayne, just 6 shot attempts in the first half, none on frame. They had the 1 corner. Chances are going to be at a premium. You need to start putting it on target to see if you can get a deflection, make something happen.
Dane Leach says Midwest United coming in hot after the half as Anaya looking for Mehoff. Ball played into Mehoff. The flag goes up.
First offsides of the contest for Fort Wayne. They had a couple players just a few strides off on that through ball.
Done well. Into money. Now finding Stout. Good pullback by Stout, but he'll end up going down, and he'll draw the foul.
Great story for Jonathan Stout. Originally, didn't believe he'd be able to play here this weekend, but he played high school ball at a small school in the Grand Rapids area, Wyoming's Potter's House Christian. Only about 150 kids in that high school, but they were the 2021 Division IV state champions. He led a team, mostly seniors that year, but they didn't have a ton of club players, but he played for Midwest United. It was All-State Dream Team. He was a starter last year at Michigan State University. Should be one of the Spartans' top players here in the fall of 2024.
Far side battle. This one almost knocked off the pitch, but then cleared away out for a throw-in, so a good save from a corner kick opportunity. So that ball put in, looking towards Stout. Up that far side, but running out of real estate.
Midwest United started to apply a lot of pressure to the final 15 minutes of the first half. That is carried over into the second half as we just crossed into the 53rd minute, but still 0-0 stalemate between Midwest United and Fort Wayne FC, and just 2 shots in frame combined, both coming off the feet of Midwest United late in the first half.
Settled down by Chimura. He'll take a spill after last being touched there by Money.
11 fouled the game against Midwest United.
Get your votes in here. It's 130 votes have come in here so far in this one. Midwest United trailing by 4%, 48% of your votes. Fort Wayne's got 52%. They're currently in the lead. And who do you think is going to win this game? Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat here from Outwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan.
We talked in the pregame. 128 teams, a record for the USL League Two, which began back in 1995. It's had 4 different name changes, but 128 teams in the U.S. and Southern Canada. 35 made the postseason. There were 3 playing games earlier this week, so 32 teams still alive and playing in their respective conference quarterfinals here tonight. Conference semifinals will be Sunday at various locations across the U.S. and Canada, and then the conference finals will be next Friday with the national semifinals coming on the Sunday, and then the following weekend, the North American champion will be crowned 2024. Last year was Ballard FC out of the Seattle, Washington area, which captured their first ever North American championship. Just a couple weeks away to see who will be crowned the champion here in 2024.
Well, good switch to this near side into Stout. Stout will bring it up. Looks to go through 2 defenders, met by a wall as Mehoff. And now here come in transition, Anaya. Back to this near side to Mehoff. Good overlapping run. There's Keno. Well, Keno wins the ball back. Back to Mehoff. Nishimura playing that ball, and Tekawaira now will clear it up over midfield, and Diaz will reset this here from Fort Wayne. Player down. Ojudulu is the one currently down inside, or just outside the 18, so seen him go down a couple times here tonight.
Looks like he might have just cramped up there, top of the box. We're now in the 56th minute of action here in game 1 of this 2-game set. Fort Wayne FC, Midwest United FC. Still trying to solve each other's defense. Not a lot of chances in the contest. We did see several yellow cards in that first half, 6. Both teams continue to struggle to get shots on frame. Take advantage of the injury timeout as players are running over to both benches for a quick water break. Game 2 will be later this evening, 7:30 p.m. kickoff here to Flint. They were actually the runner-up in the Great Lakes Division that year, but they made an improbable run. They had a couple late-game comebacks, tying games up in the waning seconds twice in their tournament run, and advanced all the way to the championship game to win 1-0.
So we're going to see a substitution as Tevin Jones will step in for Justin Ojudulu. So Random Aussie says, fun fact, World Kangaroo Day is October 24th.
You got to love it. He's almost every game we've done the last 2 months at any level of soccer. He is logged on to our YouTube chat room. It was nice to see both Midwest United and Fort Wayne kind of pushing the broadcast here, the Michigan Soccer Network. Understanding it's close to a 3-hour drive from Fort Wayne up here to Flint.
2 hours, 41 minutes. I don't know if that's including Orange Cone barrel season or not.
I threw an extra 20 minutes in there just to be safe. I'm sure somewhere along the I-69 corridor up towards Lansing or even over here towards Flint that there might be some orange barrels and MHSAA delaying things. I spent over an hour of my afternoon up near Romeo, Michigan along M53. That road was eventually closed down. They were forcing everyone off that road, completely shut down. There was miles of backups and orange barrels. There was a couple accidents. And I think I lost a little bit more of my hair on my head this afternoon of the stress of trying to just navigate through traffic.
And they actually had me detour off through Goodrich and Brandon off the freeway today. So that's typically on the way here. On the way back, it's typically just straight back. So curious how that will roll out.
Yeah, I came up here on I-75 a couple weeks ago. Same thing. It was so backed up. I got off the M15, cruised up through the Ortonville, Brandon area, Goodrich, up to Davison, hooked on 69 over to Flint. There's one thing I hate. Pumping gas and waiting in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
I think mine's getting haircuts in there somewhere. I don't like getting haircuts. It's weird. I feel like it's such a waste of time. Barone plays it back. Good switch. To Bruin. Now this ball played up on that far side, looking for Burkett. Sanchez will watch that. Sorry, not Sanchez. DeCastro will watch that one. Cross and go out.
This game was somewhat leveled up here. Midwest United came out with 3 shots, not on target to open the second half. But
Barone will look to take one from distance. That was about 31 yards from goal. So the referee will come over and say a few words to McNeil. McNeil's already on a yellow card, so.
Yeah. We're in the 61st minute now, still 0-0 between Midwest United Fort Wayne, and no shots on frame in the second half for either team. Midwest United had 2 late ones in the final 15 minutes of the first half, and Fort Wayne had 6 shots, but most of those came in the first 25 minutes of the first half, but they couldn't put anything on target. They couldn't get anything off their one corner kick late in the first half as well. The 2 outstanding goalkeepers between the pipes here today. And
so McNeil comes off. Chris Blay will step in, a forward from U19 US Orleans.
Blay comes from France, where the Olympics is set to start here.
Looks like Schneider came off as well.
So Blaze, kind of their super sub here as of late. Got a handful of goals, most coming in the second half of the season.
Entering the match, number 15, Chris Blay, and number 25, Namick Miek.
Yeah, it's Namick Miek stepping in. This ball switched to this near side, looking for Mihoff. He'll try to bring it down and unable to do so. So Dane Leach says, bald is beautiful. Saves time on haircuts. It's true if you went all bald. I tried that during COVID, Dan. I just let it grow out, then I shaved it off. But now that I'm on the air a lot, I don't know if I can shave my head. Kind of like my hair.
I like my hair. There's an area along the right side where I've just lost a lot of hair the last 2 or 3 months. And bizarre situation. I've always had fast-growing, thick hair, and just as of late, I'm shedding like a golden retriever in July.
There's a shot. That's a well-struck ball from Gaku Nishimura.
That was over the crossbar as well. First shot since about the 30th minute of the first half. And Fort Wayne's just frustrated. They have not been able to put anything on target.
Ryan, is our audio cutting out?
Now the 64th minute. Stick around for game 2 after the completion of this contest. There will be a winner, so we will, if it's still tied in the regulation, we will head into 2 overtime periods, and if there is a shootout that is needed to decide the winner, penalties will take place. And then about 7:30 tonight, Flint City Bucks will take on the Cleveland Force. The other Central Conference quarterfinal here tonight at Atwood Stadium, here just northwest of downtown Flint, Michigan.
Mitch into the 18. Ball now settled down. Pushed out wide on this near side. That was Keno playing it back to Diaz. One back by Stout. He'll play it back. We're getting someone saying our audio is cutting out. We're looking into that right now. I don't think it's on our end. It might be something on your end, but we're just confirming it just to make sure.
So on the other half of the Central Conference bracket at 3:30 today, at Des Moines Menace, Des Moines, Iowa, taking on Bavarian United SC. That was at 3:30, so that game should be nearing its completion. And then Peoria City SC was taking on Thunder Bay Chill out of Ontario. That's the 7 o'clock matchup. So those games again are at Shea Stadium over in Peoria, Illinois. And the winner of that group will play the winner of the group here next Friday night in the Central Conference Championship. So there's 3 games here in Flint this weekend, 3 in Peoria, Illinois.
We did confirm on our end that our audio is coming through clear, so we use high definition audio here, Dan. 4K audio. Sorry, actually it's 8K audio is what we use. Check that. I think it's 12K audio. Is that Now White on the ball here for Midwest United. Playing it into Jones. Jones came in for Ajudaloo. Finding Burkett. Now Kawira to play this one back post towards Jones. He was open. Ball went over him. Now White. He'll play it back towards Stout, but doesn't get there. Ball makes its way now to Miich. Miich, that's a good move on that far side. Inside, that's Clay. And that's a heavy, Blay, is that's going to be a foul, and we're going to see a yellow card. He just came on. So Chris Blay, the forward, comes on and gets a yellow card.
So Blay's caution comes in the 68th minute. That was a 4th yellow card against.
It's the 5th yellow card.
So yeah, 5th yellow card coming up against. Excuse me, there was one just in stoppage time at the end of the first half with Alberta and Naya got the card. So 5th one against Fort Wayne.
So we're going to see a couple more subs coming on here now. You're going to see for Midwest United, Villa Gomez is going to step on. You're also going to see Shidibera Nolam.
Bill Gomez from Kentwood, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids. Standout for the Midwest United MLS Next team. Just graduated from high school. He'll be taking his talents south of Kalamazoo to play for Chad Wiseman over at Western Michigan University. So he's part of an outstanding freshman class heading to Kalamazoo here in a few weeks.
I believe Burkett's the one that came off on that far side for Midwest United.
It's like Burkett, he's just kind of limping there as he walks behind the goal towards the bench.
Correction, yellow card issued to number 4, Ben Adams.
Ooh, look at this giveaway. Take a Wyra now. Take a Wyra past Briscoe. Take a Wyra that open. Look, this one deflects towards the goal line. It does not go in. Takawira got past Briscoe. He had an open goal. It deflected on its way towards the goal line, and Briscoe covered it up.
So Briscoe kind of sliding towards the goal line to corral that loose ball. Just a few inches from crossing over the line to keep this game 0-0 in the 70th minute. Takawaya, one of the leading goal scorers for Midwest United. Great individual effort with that steal about 40 yards out. Beat his defender down the right side, kind of slided it, kind of a slow-moving shot. Briscoe recovered to make the save, and just the first shot on frame for either team. Ends up in the third save of the afternoon for Ari Briscoe of Fort Wayne.
So 20 minutes to go. It's 0-0 here from Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Sticker at you're watching USL League 2 playoffs, round of 32. It's Fort Wayne taking on Midwest United. Fort Wayne plays in the Valley Division, the Valley Conference of USL League 2, and Midwest United plays in the Great Lakes Division, where they finished second.
We talked about that in the pregame. Great turnaround job. Luke Ruff, just the third year Midwest United's had a team in the USL League 2. They just won 2 games their first year, for the second. Now they entered 10-3-1 overall in conference play. Fort Wayne, just their 4th year in the USL League 2. Made their first postseason appearance last year, lost in the round of 32 to the Flint City Bucks in double overtime. So there will be a first-time winner in terms of postseason matches here tonight. The winner will play the winner of game 2 here later tonight between Flint City Bucks and the Cleveland Force.
Ball shifted to this near side. Like a wire on the back of Diaz, played back to Briscoe. To Castro.
You can see Takawira's speed. He's putting a lot of pressure on those passes back. He had that steal just a few minutes ago in the breakaway. The shot was stopped. He almost picked off the pass again there in the backfield. So Fort Wayne needs to be a little more attentive of Takawira's presence and be a little more crisp on those passes, especially along the back line.
Well, ball to the top. That's a great looking ball. Good recovery. Defensively there by Midwest United. Both teams not happy right now as there are 2 calls there that could have maybe gone either way.
Bodies flopping all over the pitch. The referee does not call a single foul. Midwest United picked up the steal and regained possession. 74th minute, still 0-0 stalemate here between Midwest United and Fort Wayne FC. Fort Wayne just one shot here in the second half. 7 total, have yet to even put a single shot on target here against Midwest United's defense and goalkeeper Jonathan Clear.
It's Keno. Ball back to Keno. One back. White. Barone. Villagomez. In the 18. Villagomez will fire one that goes just wide. You'll see another substitution. So a substitution number 30. Don't have that on our roster, but we'll let you know who that is here in a moment, unless you want to tell us at home who that is for Fort Wayne. Mehoff is the one that came off.
Fort Wayne substitution, leaving match number 7, Alexander Mehoff. Entering the game, number 30, and Dudu Quesa.
One back, Villagomez. Stout cuts inside. Looks to go through 2 defenders. Wins it back. Stout will go down. Nishimura. Sanchez. Shit to Castro. Anaya out wide. Miech. Blay. Blay will fire one. Oh, look at that. Kluwer gets a touch on it. That looked way more dangerous at the end of that play than it did at the beginning.
The ball kind of started to dip, but Kluwer stands close to 6'5", able to knock that over the crossbar. That's his first official save of the afternoon. First shot on frame for Fort Wayne there. Earned their second corner kick of the match. Looks like Gaku Nishimura, recent transfer over to San Jose State University, set to take the corner.
Ball comes in. Ball still inside the 6, and Kluwer comes up with it.
Kluwer doesn't make a single save in the first 77 minutes, makes back-to-back saves, about 25 seconds apart here.
So Keshwa is number 30. Duduzo Keshwa. So 12 minutes ago on this one. And if we are still tied at the end of the 90, we will go into 2 15-minute extra time periods. cannot believe they're still rooting for a draw. I don't quite get that. Do you get that, Dan? Oh, it's a good punt.
Cooler sent that about 60 yards downfield.
It was White. Barone. Take the spaces given to him. Jones, ooh, heavy touch from White.
Jonathan Kahlur, Midwest United's goalkeeper. I had a chance to see him back in the fall of 2019. Grand Rapids Forest Hills Northern captured their first state championship in Division II. He was the starting goalkeeper that year, 4-year letter winner with the Huskies, but not a ton of offers coming out of high school. Calvin College, an high school out in Grand Rapids, I had talked to him. He ended up walking on at University of Detroit Mercy. Now he's at Missouri State. One of those keepers. He's got an agile 6'5" body. It's just a lot of hard work to get to where he is today.
Now Barone looks to go over the top, looking for Stout. Ooh, a heavy touch. Ishimura. Jones back to Stout. Stout on this near side. Ishimura defending, back post pass. Ball makes the way to Sanchez. Ball played back. Tried to do a give and go with Dunwell, but won back by Fort Wayne.
Oh, 82nd minute now. Still 0-0 stalemate.
Jones plays it up, looking for Villagomez, but given away. Game has really flattened out, Dan, here in the last 10 minutes. Miich, that's a good ball in for Blay. Blay will track it down. De Bruin there defensively. Ooh, he is met by a wall. Blay went right down to the ground.
Looks like Blay just simply bounced off a Midwest United defender there just outside the box. Both defense have been quite stout here in this match. Not a ton of chances. Some of the shots on frame. In the 83rd minute.
Good tackle from Barone.
Well, this game, it seems like, could be destined for overtime, or will there be some late game heroics? We'll see.
Keshwa pushes it out wide to that far side. Back into Keshwa. Oh, look at Anaya. Tried to dribble through traffic. Adamson was there, and
foul number 9 against Fort Wayne. We've seen 12 fouls against Midwest United, but 7 yellow cards in this match. 5 against Fort Wayne, 2 against Midwest United. Both teams have dipped well into their benches, trying to find a way to solve the riddle of each team's defense.
oh, it's a good win by Villagomez, but Stout couldn't bring it under control.
We're 84th minute, so about 6.5 minutes plus stoppage time on the end of the second half.
White Little back heel. Good work. Now ball inside. Villagomez looking for Barone. Loose ball was almost won back by Midwest, but now here comes Anaya and Fort Wayne. De Bruin gets there first. Settled down by Dunwell. Pushed out wide. Now for a throw-in. Takawaira, good move. He'll go down. And that might have been a foul. But no, we're going to keep going. Ball put in towards Stout. Ball is loose, now cleared away. Blay played back towards Sanchez. Still on the pitch. Last touched off of Sanchez, says assistant referee. Another ball on the field. I don't know if you see that, the second ball right there. Hunter Briscoe. Mike Avery's at least saying to the referee, if it's another ball literally on the field inside the 18. It's now Stout. Takawaira. Now the ball is cleared away. Now he'll stop it.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM, channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source.
Now in the 87th minute, still 0-0 between Midwest United and Fort Wayne.
Barone now. He'll look to slap this across, wins it back. He's in the 18. He'll play it back now to Jones. Jones will look to fire one that's deflected on his way towards goal. Ball inside the 18. Now Barone will try to put this one back in. He'll go out for a corner kick. So only the second corner of the match.
Corner kick, Midwest United.
87th minute, corner coming up. Short corner.
Now Barone will took the shot that goes wide of the near post.
Theme of the match. Shots, but not much on frame. So 16 total shots by Midwest United. Just 3 of those shots on frames. We're now in the 88th minute. Still 0-0 tie here between Midwest United and Fort Wayne. Each passing moment, this game looks more and more like it is destined for extra time.
You just really do hate me there, don't you, Dan? As DeCastro pushes it out wide. Cut back, shot up and over.
Since we're going to be here for the duration, you know, through both games, why not? We talked about a few minutes ago, well, if this game is still tied here at the end of stoppage time, on the tail end of the second half, we have 2 15-minute overtime periods played in full. And if it is still tied, we will head to a penalty kick shootout.
Ball is played in. Takawaira.
Midwest Snyder has some numbers.
Back to Dunwell. There's no one that got a touch on that one, but one back. Barone. Takawira. Takawira is looking for White and giving away. That one's going to hit off the referee, and
drop ball.
Not a big fan. I keep saying I'm not a big fan of that rule. The ball hits off the referee. Now it's drop ball. Just keep playing. I think the referee should be able to get one free touch in a game or a half, you know. Just
well, you were a game official for 20 years, so yeah. I mean, it's clearly something that's been changed in the game of soccer here in recent years.
Blay out on that far side. He'll pull it back. Oh, he is just pulled down. That is a yellow card every day and on Sunday. That was De Bruyne getting credit for that yellow card.
We're in the 90th minute, just about 15 seconds so to stoppage time, and dangerous free kick coming out 5 yards outside the box for Wayne. Tyrese De Bruyne, the Saginaw Valley State University midfielder, grabbed the jersey, pulled the player down. We just crossed in the stoppage time. Great opportunity coming up about 25 yards out, just outside the box.
Looks like Barone is the one who's coming off.
Barone, Michigan State graduate, kind of their consummate leader out on the pitch. Very experienced player. Graduated from East Kentwood High School. Spent a lot of his high school days playing in the MLS Next system, which was U.S. Developmental Academy system back then.
Ball is played in, and that's headed away.
Solid minute into stoppage time, and
still have yet to be notified of what the number is. This ball is played back in and headed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage.
So 4 minutes of stoppage time. So basically
about 3 more minutes, just under. Kluwer sends it nearly the length of the field on that punt. Nothing else has worked, so if you have a goal, you can send the ball 2/3 of the way down the field to try to ignite something. You know, have at it.
Good cut inside by Miach. Anaya. Good ball out wide that far side. Seeing some life here from Fort Wayne in the last couple moments. Anaya, a little give and go. One back by Jones. Now Barone finds Stout. Nolan plays it back. Adamson.
We're about 2 minutes in the stoppage time, so if there's no goal here in the next couple of minutes, we will be destined for extra time.
Into Barone. Good poke away by Keshwa. Beautiful Friday night here in Michigan. USL League 2 playoffs here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. We are in stoppage time. Dunwell out wide to Villagomez. Villagomez tried to cut inside, and everybody wants it to go their way, but it's only going to go one way, the referee's way, which is in favor of Midwest United. This ball is thrown in.
We're in waning minutes here. We're probably down about a minute, minute and a half of stoppage time. Still 0-0.
Adamson will play this one into the box, and Briscoe will be there to pick it up.
Adamson makes the serve. No one from Midwest United even made a run into the box. And
well, that will wrap up the end of regulation as far as this second half is concerned.
Your score at the end of regulation: Fort Wayne FC 0, Midwest United 0. Pursuant to USL League 2.
End of the second half. We're gonna head into extra time here, Dan. So we'll do 15 minutes of overtime here. It's got to be completed in its entirety. It's 30 minutes, so don't go anywhere. We come back. We're going to extra time.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates, and also dominate with our off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help our players. Visit our website.
Michigan Soccer Network, man! DCFC!
The sights, the sounds of historic Keyworth Stadium. There's nothing quite like it. Each week, Jonathan Turner and Neil Rule will break down the most recent Detroit City FC USL Championship match, taking a look at the Eastern Conference standings, looking ahead to their upcoming match, and much more. Watch the Detroit City FC recap show each week on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Let's go City on the Michigan Soccer Network.
You are watching the Michigan Soccer Network.
Come on, City.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
And welcome back here to Atwood Stadium, coin toss number 2. There could be 3 coin tosses in this game. I don't know if we had an over-under how many coin tosses in a game, but there could be 3 in this game.
We could start a poll on our YouTube channel. We already had one at the start of the game here. Now at the start of overtime, there'll be 2 15-minute overtime sessions. So Midwest United, Fort Wayne already gone deep into the bench, but they are set to work some serious overtime. Who will get paid? Remains to be seen. So there must be a winner in this match to advance to Sunday night's conference semifinal up here in Flint, Michigan.
As moments away from getting overtime underway here, extra time, whatever you want to call it. Is it overtime? Is it extra time? What is the correct? I don't know if I even care, but I'm sure those. All I do know is that we are obviously we would have been taking a break had the game come to an end. We'd have had a little longer break.
Well, Flint is a once proud industrial town with all the auto factories that used to be here. There's still some, but tens of thousands of souls put in plenty of overtime at some of those auto plants here in Flint over the last 100 years or so. So what's, for intents and purposes of this game being in Flint, let's go with the term overtime.
Okay. Blue collar time?
Yeah. I had to come up with some type of rationale.
I remember there used to be, home improvement. There's tool time. As we are back underway here. It is overtime from Atwood Stadium here in Flint, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickerat, and Fort Wayne and Midwest United currently at a 0-0 stalemate, looking to punch their ticket into the semifinal of the Central Conference here on Sunday night at 5 p.m. So we'll bring that coverage to you as well. This ball goes back to Briscoe. Midwest United now going right to left. Just as they ended the second half period. They're in their gray and black kits. Fort Wayne is in their all blue kits. They're going left to right on your screen. This Stout into Barone. Back to Dunwell. Good switch to this near side to Evans. To Jones, sorry. Adamson. Ball, that's a good ball. Cut back. That one's deflected and out for a corner. Villa Gomez doing good work on that far side.
So the recent high school graduate set to go to Western Michigan University, earning that corner kick. Quick corner.
Oh, that's a good word. I like that. It's a new word.
Just came out. Yeah,
so you're saying a short corner is now, from this point forward, is now called a shorter.
I guess I'll coin that that invention. I will trademark it. I will sell merch.
Okay. From this day forward, you heard it here first on Michigan Soccer Network. A short corner is now called a shorter.
I just created a monster off a tongue-tied statement. So.
As Stout plays it out wide. Takawaira cuts it. He'll take a pass attempt that will end up going out for another corner. So they only had 2 corners in the entire game and have got 2 corners and no shorter on this one. Maybe it will be a shorter, actually. You're seeing.
I can assure you that was not intended.
Either was that smiley face in Forrest Gump. Is this one played in?
That's true. Good analogy. Hey, like Forrest said, it happens.
It does happen.
And another corner kick has happened coming up for Fort Wayne FC.
Ball played to this near side as Miach coming in a substitute in the second half. A foul called there by the center referee. Hector McNeil says, come on, Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne just 2 shots on frame in regulation. They both came in the 78th minute. Jonathan Clear, the Missouri State University goalkeeper for Midwest United, was able to get a hand on both of those attempts. And Aria Briscoe, the Rutgers University netminder, with 3 saves in that regulation for Fort Wayne.
I mean, they really did the best opportunity of the game. And we saw one with, and Takawire was involved in both of them. Takawire in the first half, forcing Briscoe to make a save, kind of like a foot save, and then he had a wide open look. I mean, he had gotten past Briscoe and looked to put one into the back of the net, and Briscoe was able to recover it after deflecting it on the way towards goal. So
Takawire was a great individual effort. He had that steal about 40 yards out, beat his mark on the right side, just couldn't get enough pace. He found some open space, but not enough pace to push it into over the goal line, and Briscoe was there to kind of slide and clean up before it got messy.
So Stout in that far corner. Plays it back. Ball played in towards Barone, and settled back now by Midwest United. Dunwell. Noam. Adamson.
It's already 5th minute of the first overtime period.
Looking to go to this near side, looking for Jones. Jones is able to get there. Can he keep it on the pitch in the corner? He can. Now it's tapped away.
Jones was subbed in during the second half after an injury to a teammate.
Now White. Villagomez will cut back. Right into traffic. Keshwa will take him down. Now a free kick here inside of about 28 yards.
Great opportunity coming up with the set piece for Midwest United, trying to solve the riddle. Fort Wayne's defense. They've had 16 shot attempts in this contest, but only 3 on target. Around the 6th minute of the first overtime period, and chances have been at a premium, so this is the best chance of overtime coming up here for Midwest United, trying to break this 0-0 stalemate.
So Villagomez will stand over this one. Jonathan Stout is there as well as Barone. Looks to be a 4-man wall. Make sure he switches quick. Referee has set the wall. Villagomez does not get enough of that one. Ball makes his way to Jones. He'll play it to Keshwa, and now here come Fort Wayne, who have really been on their heels to start this overtime period.
Midwest United had prime real estate 25 yards out on a set piece, and just another wasted opportunity.
Is that a byproduct of being off for 2.5 weeks, 18 days? I mean, you talk about, okay, finishing. But what are the things that could go, in preparation and really being, from an execution standpoint, what could be the first thing to go if you have too much time off? Obviously, I think that shooting is obviously the biggest one here, is what we've seen here tonight. You've had numerous opportunities where they haven't been good, clear execution, right? The fundamentals haven't been there.
I mean, you attempt 17 shots, which was what Midwest has done at this point in the 8th minute of the first overtime. But still, 3 shots on target. So 3 out of 17 shots have been on target. It's not a great ratio. Another yellow card has been pulled out of the pocket. Looks like.
So like Jones is going to be given the yellow card.
Was that Jonathan Stout who got the yellow?
No, it was Jones. He's pointing. Stout's over here. He's right in reality. It's going to be Jones.
All right.
That's a 98th minute. That's always in that was okay. So we talk about this a lot, Dan. when you score a goal in stoppage time, it is 90 plus whatever, right?
Right.
But if you score a goal in extra time or overtime in the 90th, what is that? How does that work?
They'll say if it's in overtime, they'll just add the minutes of overtime, and that's where you're.
So what I'm saying, if you actually score though in the opening minutes of the extra time, overtime, 90th minute, and you scored a goal in the 90th minute, that's 2 goals in the 90th minute. One's got a plus in front of it.
Right.
The other one doesn't. Just seems.
It's just a strange way. That's the way soccer is done now on the international level. So USL League 2. A lot of the amateur leagues across the country do play that way. Now, you play high school ball and college ball, a lot of those levels, there's still clock tick down, but in USL League 2, we count up, and there's stoppage time, there's possible overtime. Just a lot of time.
One back by Midwest United, then one back by MHSAA and Fort Wayne, and Shimura played inside, one back by Dunwell, and
so third foul of overtime against Fort Wayne. We're about 9.5 minutes into the first overtime period. These are 2 15-minute overtime sessions in full.
Takawira. Let's play this near side, looking for Stout. Oh, Miach almost left one behind. Takawira will keep it on the pitch as he'll slide off. Right in front of the bench off Fort Wayne. They're going to help him stretch.
He cramped up when he's trying to keep that ball in play. Takawira and Villa Gomez have been both very dangerous here on the pitch. They put a lot of pressure on the back line of Fort Wayne. They both have a lot of speed, but it just hasn't translated into great opportunities in this match.
The question I have, though, too, Dan, is you think about this, right? So at this level, how much of your training sessions are devoted to PKs, to penalties? You know what I mean? Like, we talk about, I know from the standpoint of when I was a coach, when we got close to playoff time, that became part of our training regimen. We did it. We did it as part of, oh, look at this, ball played inside of Stout. Looking for Villa Gomez in the 18. Villa Gomez will pull it back. Under pressure here in the corner, and he'll play it out to Jones. Jones will put it right back in the mix. But my thought, though, is we would, as part of our normal routine, we would have players with, attempting penalties, to get used to a direction. So that way, at least, you knew who you'd be calling upon in regular season. But as we got closer towards the end of the season, it just became, hey, at the end of practice, we started to really start to emphasize, who the players would be and what direction that they would go. And then we'd actually kind of make it more kind of game-like, where we'd actually play games that were sprinting was on the line and things like that to make it competitive, but also kind of add a level of pressure, to the situation. And you cannot, I don't care how much pressure you add in, there's nothing you can do in a game like this to mimic the pressure of stepping up to take a penalty kick in a penalty shootout. But I'm just curious if Luke Ruff, Mike Avery, if that's part of their training process,
I would have to,
and how much of it is, what I mean?
I think it would have to be, especially when you've qualified for the postseason. You have to add that into your training routine of the possibilities. In postseason, a lot of games go to penalties. I mean, I saw several games this past June in the
Copa American Euros, my goodness.
In the Copa and in the high school girls soccer state tournament here in Michigan, I saw 4 or 5 shootout games this year. And, coaches and players alike said, we practice them every day in practice. Every single day, all year, we practice penalties. So I would have to imagine it's the same here in the USL League, too, especially when you get close to the postseason, when you have a shot of qualifying or you already know that you've qualified, that it have to be part of your training regimen.
So in the final 2.5 minutes of this first extra time, still 0-0.
So we're 103rd minute already. Will there be a phenomenal go-ahead goal here somewhere time during overtime? Will we end up in penalties? We'll see here in the upcoming minutes on the Michigan Soccer Network, but Fort Wayne and Midwest United just unable to find the back of the net. Now in the 104th minute.
So Fort Wayne now on the ball. See a little more possession here from Fort Wayne in the last couple of moments.
That's the way they kind of started off the match the first 15 or 20 minutes. Midwest United has the only shot of overtime. They have 2 corner kicks, but no shots on frame, and a lot of nothings across the board here in overtime for Fort Wayne. Midwest United's kind of been content in letting Fort Wayne kind of knock the ball around its back line, but they're not posing much of a threat, not trying to find a seam in the defense or knock it long down one of the touch lines. Now in the 105th minute.
A missed time pass. I can't imagine we'll see a ton of stoppage time here, Dan. Less than a minute, if not.
Yeah, we've seen 3 fouls and no yellow cards here in overtime, so imagine it'll just be a matter of seconds.
That's a ball popped up by Adamson right toward Briscoe. That one's going to bounce. It's going to challenge Briscoe.
we crossed into the right there, just over the 15-minute mark of overtime. The save was made, and
we're going to step aside here. It is 0-0 here still at Atwood Stadium. Don't go anywhere. 15 more minutes. Find out who's the winner, or we're going to head to penalties. Either way, you're watching USL League 2 right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back here into Atwood Stadium. We are heading to the second edition of Overtime. As still 0-0 here in Flint, Michigan. And here we go. 15 more minutes to decide this game, or we head to penalties. Either way, Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. Fort Wayne and Midwest United here are deadlocked at 0. Oh, Villa Gomez, and a nice battle here with DeCastro. Remember, the winner of this game will advance to play in the conference semifinal here on Sunday at 5 p.m. Coming up here at the end of this game at 7:30, just about an hour and 5 minutes. Flint City Bucks welcoming in Cleveland Force. Anaya pushes it out wide to that far side. Now Blay. Blay, ball deflects. Now one shot towards that far post, and it'll go wide. That's Miach taking that shot. Looks like we also saw a player in Michel Solosios. Number 8 is now on the pitch here for Fort Wayne.
Solosios plays for the University of Indiana in the Big Ten Conference. Entering between the breaks of the first and second overtime. Both teams are getting close to running out of substitutes.
Kashwa, good switch to that far side. Miach slots inside looking for Blay. Now for a corner.
Just the third corner kick of the entire match. Fort Wayne FC. Alberto Anaya set to take that set piece in the corner. Chances have been few and far between for the Fort Wayne side, so this is a great opportunity coming up.
Ball comes in, and Adamson goes up, mistimes it. Now he is down on the turf. Stekawira. And this is the thing that stinks, too, as a coach, is, you take players off the pitch, but you typically have to start thinking about penalty shots, right? And who's going to stay on the pitch for those?
Right.
Obviously, as Barone will go down. So a free kick coming up here for Midwest United.
This one looks about 26 yards or so in front of the goal, so Giuseppe Barone set to take the set piece.
Ball comes in towards that near post. It goes wide of frame.
A reoccurring theme for both teams. They just have struggled to put shots on target. We've talked about it this entire contest. We're now about 3.5 minutes into the second overtime. Lots of shots, just very few on goal.
Now Blay on that far side. To Bruin. Wins the ball, and now here come Midwest United. Leading the way is Barone. No relation to Raymond Barone from the long-standing comedy show on, I think it was on CBS, right? Keeping, what was the name? Shoot, I'm trying to think what that show is. It something to Raymond? I don't know. Do you know what the name of the show is called, Dan?
Something about Raymond or
something
whatever?
about, is that what it's called? It had Raymond in. I just don't know.
Yeah,
but
he plays a sports writer. In
yeah.
That, yeah.
I figured that was like your cup of tea, man. You're a sports writer. I figured that would be like something you.
I watched a handful. Are we getting it back or no?
It's back on right now.
You want me to start talking then?
Fort Wayne substitution, leaving the match, number 13, Rodrigo Castro. Entering the game, number 6, Thomas Romeo.
Apologize about that, everybody. The the stream, unfortunately, we lost power all of a sudden. So we got power back, which is good, and we do apologize for. Nothing happened, so there were no goals being scored. Nothing of significance happened while we were doing this, so which is good. So, but nonetheless, there's 6 minutes. Now 5 minutes remaining here in this game until we get to penalties. There, Dan. The comments coming in though when we lost our stream was great. They went for a beer. No, we did not go for a beer. That's one thing we did not do was get a beer. I'll tell you, a beer went great though in that moment there, Dan. It just went dark. All of a sudden, we're just like, what happened? I'm looking at my monitor and it just disappeared. Someone said maybe next time don't brag about the 12K audio. I don't know if James says he gets 12K audio. I was just messing around. I just. Well, this ball is played in towards Briscoe, and he'll go up for it. And then the pace of that ball just put him under a more immense pressure to catch and come up with it. So we might see another yellow card. Referee is pointing. And out comes the yellow card. So that was Keno. Number 16.
16, Shootout.
One back by Dunwell. He'll play up to Takawira, looking to go to Villa Gomez, and broken up. Oh, is right through Blay. Number 14, that was De Bruyne. He's already got a yellow card, so he might get another one. And out comes the red card.
In the 119th Midwest United, number 14, Therese De Bruyne receives his second yellow.
So for the next couple moments, you're gonna not a lot of time left. We're talking about under a minute to go here, plus whatever the referee gives as far as stoppage time, which I can't imagine be a whole lot. Oh, Mijic. Talk about defending now for your life is Diaz. Shits it to this near side. Kind of an in-betweener. Keshwa. Celios out wide. It's Keno. Mijic, one back by United. Now Jones look to cut inside. Jones will look to fire one that goes up and over, and that might just be the last opportunity. So it looks like we're going to see Joe Lockey coming in now. Lockey from Aquinas College. This will be his 7th game of the season. This is, I would imagine, is purely for penalties. Is this headset on? It's saying it's not working. It's on.
Referee keeps looking at his watch, so we're in the looks to be the waning seconds of the second overtime.
Midwest United substitution, leading the match number 10.
So we're waning moments here of extra time. Unless something happens here in these last couple moments, we're destined for penalties. Takawira.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time.
We are already in the second minute, so this is last opportunity here for Wayne. Referee looks at his watch. Good push to that far side. Mijic brings it under control. That's a shot from distance. It's broken up. Keshwa. Blay. Into Sanchez. Keshwa. Looking back for Sanchez, and this one's not cleared away yet. Referee looked at his watch one more time. Now Keno, he'll push it out wide. Mijic. That's broken up. Referee now will blow the final whistle. And we are headed to penalties here at Atwood Stadium. So we'll step aside here for a break. When we come back, kicks from the penalty spot to decide who moves on to take on Flint City or Cleveland on Sunday. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
And welcome back here into Atwood Stadium. We are going to penalties here on this Friday night, game 1. Why not? I guess better in game 1 than game 2, Dan. I guess if you're going to do it, you might just do it in game 1.
So it looks like penalties will be taking place on the west end of the stadium. Just moments away from a shootout, 0-0. At the end of regulation, still 0-0 after 30 minutes of overtime. We saw about 8 or 9 minutes combined of stoppage time on the end of the first and second halves and the overtime periods. Still no goals, so penalty kick shootout will decide the winner, who will advance to Sunday Central Conference semifinals, and who will hop on the shuttle bus and head back home with their 2024 season coming to an end.
So Kluwer and Briscoe will set down here on the, I believe that's the west end, Dan.
Yes, it is.
Is it like a southwest-ish end, northwest? It's just west. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm just asking.
No,
but either way, it's west.
It's pretty much straight west.
Straight west. Okay, fair enough. So we do have another camera angle being brought in here for penalty shootout. It's right there. That's a great angle, Dan. I mean, that's compliments of our. We prepared for the penalty shootout scenario.
VIP hospitality tent. Elijah Mitchell.
See some of the players from the Flint City Bucks in the Cleveland Force underneath the tents on the south end of the stadium, kind of waiting to be able to come on the pitch and warm up for a game 2. Game 1 has the stage set for a penalty kick shootout.
So Aaron Sanchez will step to take this kick. So Fort Wayne we'll start with taking the kicks. Kluwer will get himself set, touching every aspect of the net. He steps up. Kluwer gets a touch on it, but it goes in. And Fort Wayne opens the shootout with what? Conversion.
So it looks like Barone stepping up to the penalty spot.
So Barone will step up. A chance here to tie. So where the whistle has been blown, now there's some conversation. There's the whistle, and that one makes its way in. That's a conversion. It's now tied 1 apiece.
Ari Briscoe was able to get his foot on that, but it squirted over the goal line into the corner of the goal. We're 1-1 here in the shootout, so second round PK set.
So looks like Tiago Diaz from the University of Albany will step up to take this second kick here for Fort Wayne. The red card that was issued back in the 119th minute was to Tyrese DeBruin, number 14 for Midwest United. So Diaz steps up and he puts it up and over. Can hear the excitement from the Midwest United bench as Kluwer will could have dropped this ball down. Kluwer's going to step up and take this one.
You see that on occasion, but the door is open for Midwest United to take the lead here in the shootout as Fort Wayne misfire on the second opportunity.
So Kluwer will just drill one past Briscoe, buries it in the back of the net, and they take a 2-1 lead.
Some serious pace by Kluwer on his penalty shot. That sailed into the upper right corner, taken with authority. And now Audrey Briscoe,
he's not going to take this.
Yeah, he was standing at the penalty spot like he was going to take it, but Alberto Anaya.
So taking this one is Anaya. Roberto Anaya versus Kluwer. Anaya will put one low and opposite side of where Kluwer was diving, so now it's 2-2.
It's always a guessing game for the goalkeeper. Dive to the right side of the goal.
So Takawira now will step up. Scored 5 goals this season. This is 13th game he's played. 12th start. Takawira steps up and he'll convert. And now it's 3-2.
We're down to the final 2 rounds. 3-2 Midwest United in the shootout. That's a lonely walk when you walk from midfield down to that penalty spot. The pressure, I played in my youth days and even in some adult leagues. I played in some shootouts in my life. It is, the pressure's on the shooter. I mean, I have taken penalty kicks in shootouts, and each time my heart was racing. So.
This is Chris Blay Stepping up now for Fort Wayne. Blay puts it right down the middle. It's 3-3.
Looks like Joe Lockey was subbed in late in overtime. Set to take the 4th attempt for Midwest.
So Lockey steps up and a save by Briscoe. I don't think anyone wants to win today, Dan. It's like, let's just keep tying. So we're heading into our 5th kicker here for Fort Wayne. A chance here to take the lead. But a huge save by Briscoe. So Celios. Step up now. Kluwer is set. And he'll put it just past the diving hands. Celios, and they take the lead now 4-3 in penalties.
So it all comes down to this. Midwest United must convert. Force sudden death in the shootout, or Ari Briscoe and Fort Wayne. Can they escape with a victory?
Bradley Dunwell will step up now. So Kluwer will hand him the ball. Dunwell puts it past the diving Briscoe. It's tied 4-4. We're going to continue on to sudden death penalties, Dan.
You know, in a game like this, why not? I mean, this is the game that simply will not end.
Stepping up and just past Kluwer. Erlinson puts that one past him to his right, and it's now 5-4. So it looks as though Chidibear Nolam will step up. Here's a substitute that came in here during the second half for Midwest United. So Nolam puts this one to the right, and Briscoe makes the save, and Fort Wayne is moving on.
So Fort Wayne reached the postseason last year in the USL League 2 for the first time. They lost in double overtime to the Flint City Bucks. They get another game in their first round, able to take at the penalty kicks, but first postseason win ever for Fort Wayne FC here in the round of 32. So they will advance to the Central Conference semifinals on Sunday. Midwest United making their first postseason appearance will head back to Grand Rapids later tonight empty-handed.
That they will, as we are going to step aside here and get ready for game number 2 of this doubleheader. But your final score here is 0-0, but in penalties, coming away with a 5-4 victory. Fort Wayne, who's moving on now to take on either Flint City Bucks or Flint City Bucks or Cleveland Force here on Sunday at 5 p.m. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here with more action in just a little bit. For all of us at Michigan Soccer Network, thank you for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button, like us, and share us with your friends and family. And we'll see you next time for more soccer.